Hello, I'm N.T. Wright. Welcome to my study here in Oxford, and today we're going to be looking at Paul's letter to the Romans, chapter 10, verse 9, where Paul says, "If you profess with your mouth that Jesus is Lord and believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead, you will be saved." I was reading a book the other day where somebody quoted a line like that and was dismissing it and saying, "This is very arbitrary. Do you mean that God has set up a standard that I just have to believe this rather odd thing and I have to say certain words and then God will be pleased with me forever and ever, and if I don't, he'll be cross with me forever and ever?" But of course that's not what Paul's saying. The point is that the confession, Kyrios Jesus, Jesus is Lord, and the belief that God raised Jesus from the dead, these are not things that you can just drum up as imaginary things in your own head by your own means. These only emerge when God's word has done its work through the gospel and the Spirit, and somebody's heart has been transformed, so that this totally unlikely and incredible thing, that God would raise somebody from the dead, actually it makes sense, and it makes sense of you, not just to you. And this extraordinary belief that Jesus is Lord, the crucified Jesus is the Lord of the world. Look out of the window, that doesn't seem plausible, does it? But actually, when you get to know Jesus, it not only seems plausible, it makes sense of your whole life. Paul lived in a world where people didn't rise from the dead, just like our world, and said that was ridiculous. But Paul knows that though it's ridiculous within the old creation, the resurrection is the launch and the sense-making feature of the new creation. Paul lived in a world where Caesar was Lord, Kyrios Kaiser, and where it made no sense to say anyone else was Lord, you'd get into serious trouble. But Paul knew that those who hailed Jesus as Lord had a weapon, a secret weapon, which was far more powerful than anything Caesar could wield, because the resurrection is the sign that the last enemy of the tyrant, namely death itself, has been taken from his hand. Believing that Jesus is Lord and that God raised him from the dead is the sure sign and symbol that this is someone who is already part of God's new creation.